Hey everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Alejandro the Brazilian, and I truly appreciate you joining me this Sunday afternoon. I want to make a quick and hopefully short video for you all today. It's something that dawned on me this morning. It's something that really hit home. Shout out to Mindful Gains YouTube channel. Go ahead and check him out. He is definitely the one behind the inspiration of this video. I don't necessarily want to react to what he had to say, but I want to formulate my own opinion and my own thoughts on on um, on the matter, on the topic. The way that I understood the video is essentially, you know, people are going to perceive you how they're going to perceive you. And quite frankly, it is out of our control. You know, there's rarely something that we can do about it. And that's just the truth. I think this past year I've gone through a lot of different cycles in my entire life. Well, I guess the past 2 years, I've had to let people go who came into my life, and I just realized that it just wasn't working out. And the video, again, you know, talking about people's perception of you, it made me think about how sometimes I even encounter these individuals, and some of them are bitter. Some of them are bitter that I've changed and I've kind of moved on from the old ways per se, or I moved on from whatever other activities we were doing. And I think that's just a part of your growth journey. You know, when you're growing, when you're making progress, you're gonna find out who exactly is meant to be there, and who exactly is gonna be there with you along the journey. And that's something I had to find out. You know, I had to find out myself. I kind of realized that I've always had this issue with trying to make people like me, especially growing up. Growing up, I was just like, you know, I guess a pick-me guy. I'm like trying to just get in, be friendly to everyone. And then I just started getting into my mid-20s, and I just started realizing, like, you know, I gotta just do me. A lot of people are just gonna take care of themselves. Why can I not take care of myself? Why shouldn't it be the same case for me? And quite frankly, for me, I had to really think about that. You know, in my videos, I talk about a lot about self-awareness, and it took a lot of self-awareness for me to try and understand that I got to put myself first. I got to be selfish with my time. I got to be selfish with myself. And if people don't like that, then that's okay. Like, they're most likely they're not supposed to be in my life. And for those that are okay with it and they understand, you know, I got things to do, I got have this, have that, then that's totally fine. You know, we can hang out, we can, you know, that's fine and dandy. Let's just put it there. But the reality is, people are going to perceive you how they perceive you. It doesn't matter if you've changed, if you've grown, if you are sincerely apologetic about, you know, X, Y, and Z. I can't stress enough, like, you know, I've been foul to people growing up in middle school for sure. High school, that's when I changed, when I just had a different mindset. I was just minding my business and just doing what I needed to do. But people remembered. Even when I try to approach them and apologize, they remembered. And again, in the previous video, I'll talk about how the tongue is very sharp. Go ahead and check that video out. I actually have a free ebook for you to download as well. And I talk about how the tongue is pretty sharp. And people are going to remember that. Now, whether you go and you apologize to them and you say, hey, I really, I know I can't take back the past, um, but I just want to apologize. Some people have just completely stopped me on their tracks, and they're like, they don't give a damn. They don't care. And that's fine. They have every right to react that way, however they want. Have I forgiven people for them hurting me with their words? I have. I have. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of humility. I know one situation for me was when someone said, "Oh, you'll never go to, this school or that school," and a couple years later, I ended up going to that school. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I always remember that in the back of my head. Someone doubting my capability, someone underestimating my ability, because it did affect me. I affected myself, by believing in that type of nature. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing, vice versa, right? So I just wanted to come on here, make a quick video about it. Again, perception, understand, again, perception, how people perceive you, how you perceive people, how they have perceived you as well, is another big thing. You can't get stuck in the past and dwindle on that. You just got to move forward, keep marching, and be the best person that you can be each and every day. The best person that you can be each and every day. I believe one thing that I started to realize as I got older, and I consider this to be a skill, I do, is not taking things personal. Because growing up, I took a lot of things personal, and I soon realized how it was affecting me, my mental state, my physical state. And I practice, and I said, number one is, okay, that must be how they are, or what can I do? Again, in the previous video, I mentioned I became more solution based, right? Trying to provide more solution based to others, more of a solution type of skill mindset. And I really had to develop a lot of thick skin to just say, okay, what just happened? How did it make me feel? It made me feel angry. It made me feel excited. It made me feel whatever way, positive or negative. And then what can I do about it? Right? Well, number one, I'm not saying, hey, just take it. You got to stand up for yourself. That's a given. You got to stand up for yourself. You can't be a pushover. And again, I believe in quiet humility to where you show quiet strength. I've always been a believer in that, where your actions speak louder than your words. And oftentimes people would get mad at that, because they're like, dude, why are you not giving me the reaction? Why are you not giving me a reaction? And again, for me, I believe in quiet strength, having a strategic mindset to develop different plans ahead of time, right? And oftentimes I'm right. Oftentimes I already know, okay, if this happens, if that happens, I can go this way, we can go that way, we can do this, we can do that. And I've also had to take a step back from that, because that's also, I feel, a type of anxiety that I've developed over the years, where I'm just over worrying about what's going to happen. So sometimes keeping it simple is the best way to go in life. So I really just wanted to come on here and provide some thoughts on that subject. Again, perception, and just do a quick video. Originally I was going to talk about focus and why you should focus and etc. But I really felt it in my heart, in my soul, to talk about perception, because that's something that I think a lot of us a lot of us struggle. So if you do want future videos, please subscribe to the channel, consider it. Please like the video. Please let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about perception? Have you ever experienced or felt like because you've grown, people have looked at you differently? If that's something that has happened to you, let me know. I'm curious how you decide to handle it and go about your day. Until the next video, I do again appreciate you all. Stay resilient, build wisely, lead boldly, and I'm out.